Good morning. It's your KCHW morning show. It is Thursday, November 6th,
All right.
2025. I can't believe it's already November.
I know, right?
I know we say it every day, but every day it's true.
And more leaves are falling.
Oh, more
And
leaves
of
are
course, I
falling.
haven't raked up any of them yet, but I shall.
Oh, neither
in
have
the
I. It's been
in the
too
future.
wet.
I know.
It's
It
just
has been.
it's just this constant sort of wet and mucky out there. But
Yeah.
but you know what? It's okay. We'll get through it.
We
and,
got this.
Oh yeah, it's great, and it's kind of nice to be away from the heat.
Right?
I like to complain about the weather no matter what, though. Hold on a second.
You're just observing it.
Exactly.
You're commenting. You're not complaining.
Exactly.
You're just a commenter.
Exactly.
That's what you do.
So speaking of weather, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on. We've got a high today of 52 degrees with a little cloudy skies right now. Going to start raining later in the afternoon. 38 degrees with rain early in the evening. Should be lightening up overnight and then drying up a little bit by morning. But then mostly sunny skies tomorrow. It's actually going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow with a high of 51 degrees, 30 degrees
great.
overnight. You know, we're hitting that time of the year where the skies clear up and it gets colder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so then 49 and 33 on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. 53 for the high, 37 for the low on Sunday with mostly cloudy skies. Then 50 and 35 on Monday with an 11% chance of rain and mostly cloudy skies. Looking about the same on Tuesday. Then Wednesday of next week, cloudy skies with a 20% chance of rain and a high of 50, low of 39 overnight.
Okay.
So yeah, we are full on in fall. I do see later in the month, around the 18th, 19th, 20th.
Oh, I see that word.
Yep, there is snow in the forecast.
Sure.
Well, you know they're.
I welcome all the seasons.
Oh yeah. You know,
skiers will be happy.
oh they will be.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if you look up at the 49 degrees north or ski49n.com, you can see where they're already tracking the snow.
Right.
There's already 6 inches of snow at the top. There's an inch of snow at the base, holding tough.
Right.
I guarantee you that number is only going to continue to go up, and maybe we'll get an early opening this year.
Well, excellent.
So we will find out. We'll keep everybody updated on that, see how that's coming along. All right, so we also have our school breakfast and lunch menus. Let's see what the kids are having right now. Let's see. On the breakfast menu today, they have what day is today?
Today's
It's Thursday.
the omelet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you want to read that?
Omelet, hash browns, yogurt with a choice of fruit or juice. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Or they go all the way down that list.
Bagel, cream cheese, juice, of course, or fruit. Variety of cereal, yogurt, fruit, or juice.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right, then for lunch today, this menu is a little hard to see, so let's see. What is the 6th? All right, so they have grilled cheese, tomato soup, fruit, and veggie. That's a...
Dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup. That's what I like to do.
That's good comfort food right there.
You got to dip it.
You know, I find that using
Don't you think?
Oh yeah. Oh, you've got to dip it.
You have to.
You got to dip it.
I mean, there's no choice. I guess there is a choice. But
I like to make sure my tomato soup has lots of extra basil in it, and then lots of black pepper.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
I like it a little spicy.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so that sounds yummy. Let's take a look at our Chewila Valley Lions Club.
So you have choices, the lasagna, right? Does it go down?
Oh no, this one's just by the day.
Just for that. Okay,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
That'd be cool if they had like a full lunch menu
right?
option,
like a
right?
Smorgasbord or something.
That'd probably be a lot for the people to put together. All right, so today on our Chewila Valley Lions Club calendar, 4 birthdays, we have Julia Carpenter, Jared Arnold, Jaden Rainier, and then with an anniversary, we have Brian and Denise Ross.
Okay.
So happy birthday and anniversary, everybody.
Congratulations out there and happy.
Do you want to sing them a little song?
You say it's your birthday. Gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Happy birthday, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and get into the community calendar then.
Okay.
We got some fun stuff happening tonight.
Oh, we do.
Oh, yeah. So let's see what we have earlier in the day. So starting the day out, we have the Senior Citizens Potluck and Games. That's happening at 3060 3rd Avenue in Valley. That's where senior citizens from Chewila, Valley, and Springdale are invited to join on the first and third Thursday of each month for games and a potluck from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's at the Valley Fire Department building.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear
I really appreciate that gathering. I have not attended, but I just love the community spirit and having the seniors get together and have some fun.
Have a good time.
And share some food.
Speaking of sharing food, of course, the food bank is open today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. In addition to picking up your items, if you are able to, they're also accepting donations.
And they need them now.
Yeah, they do.
Last week, there was a line at the food banks due to the SNAP benefits being on hold.
I just saw a thing there. They said in, I don't know if it was just Washington or around the country, they're going to be releasing 50% of the benefits. So people will get something, but not as much.
Yes, and we have our community with lots of kids and families and elders, and much needed.
Yeah,
I had a friend that went to the Loon Lake one, stood in line last week or in her car, for like an hour and a half. She's never seen it because people kind of course, started to panic a bit because of that SNAP. Yeah. And I understand, rightfully so.
Oh, absolutely. It's scary. It's tough when people can't afford to eat right now.
Right.
Yeah. Prices are already so high on everything, and
I was blessed with stocking up on some squash, some winter squash, and
nice.
Delicata squash is the longer one with the green stripe. And I learned that you can eat the skin of that squash.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Oh, I love a good squash.
I do too.
I haven't had near enough squash this year.
I've been eating it for breakfast.
Oh, nice. We did have sweet potatoes last night. Those are good.
Yeah. So similar.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. So then we have the first Thursday art walk happening tonight, and it's going to be a good one tonight.
It's going to be great. I was able to go to the art lecture last night, and it was incredible, very inspiring.
Oh, good.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh my gosh, you get to learn the history of the artist, and Barbara Safranek.
Yeah.
Beautiful collection, and the way that Melissa Cole, they combined their efforts.
Yeah.
And they both told their story, of course. Super inspirational and very in depth. And they both have this beautiful journey that they've been friends for a while, traveled numerous places, because that's oftentimes where Barbara will buy her fabrics. Yeah. And I'm just looking so forward to tonight with the fashion show. It's super. I walked away just like, because I just love mosaics and art. And then Melissa has an extensive oceanography. I learned about it the last time I went to one of her lectures, but it's just so inspiring. Some pictures of her when she used to take people on tours and whale, and then being able to be underwater diver with her husband and got inspired by swimming with the sea life.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I've got a few pieces, examples of their artwork up.
The girls had them on last night. A few of the ladies, beautiful, beautiful. So here's one that the painting of Melissa Cole is produced onto the fabric, as you can see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is a collaborative effort. They work together,
absolutely.
and the paintings and the outfits coordinate. And
right,
it's going to be the full fashion show.
The fabrics are purchased from all over the world, but she does a mirror image, which is very incredible. She described that, and it's not like, it's similar to batik, but more detailed, like African and different culturals.
Yeah,
and then she just mirror images them, and she took Melissa's paintings and had to layer them on a screen so that the mirror image would show, like on the back of the jacket. Because you're front and back in those type of fabrics, it's exactly brilliant on both sides.
Right.
But to get that mirror image is pretty incredible. I was super inspired when I left there.
Oh, absolutely.
And they've had some fun travels together, which I think is incredible, and I'm looking forward to it. And 5 o'clock.
It's definitely something different, I don't think they've ever had a fashion show in the.
I don't know. I don't believe so.
In the gallery before.
And then you're the Spotlight Gallery, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Spotlight Gallery.
We're going to have our guest on.
Yes,
Susan Petterson, right?
Yeah, Susan Petterson. She's gonna be our guest today, and she is going to be featured at the Spotlight Gallery this month.
And it'll start about 6 o'clock for those of you who are attending the fashion show. I think they want people to be there at 5. And if you haven't reserved your seat, I'm not sure if there's any left for the reserve.
Tim said there are not any there are not any seats left. They're all reserved. So.
All right. Well, there you have that. But then once the show's over, you can saunter into the gallery, and then the other spotlight's going to start a bit later because of the fashion show.
It'll probably start a little earlier than 6 whenever the fashion show is done. We'll
exactly.
And I don't know if we'll close the doors or if that's just when it really gets going, and we'll start inviting people in. So.
Exactly. It was fun to be at the brewery to see Nancy Bloom's work, which I always appreciate her work. And it was very inspiring for me, for many people who attended.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, we had him last night on the show at 4 p.m. for About the Arts.
Oh, good.
And, it's great interview.
Oh, absolutely.
Really enjoyed those two.
Yes.
So, and we also have Bob Staden-Ross is also going to be at the Spotlight Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, Nancy Bloom is going to be at the Quartzsite Brewery.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to remember the Yale.
I can't remember off the top of my head who's going to be at the Yale. I'm so sorry. But
Yale always has beautiful artists.
Oh, they do. And they're going to be open, and they will have a featured artist. I know that much.
Oh,
I
we
just
know
can't
that.
remember off the top of my head who it is.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Before the show's over, we'll look into it.
Good. I bet you Susan will know.
I bet you she will.
I bet you she will. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going with the community calendar.
Thursday, okay, we've got Pretty Static.
Yeah,
Leah
Pretty Static with Leah B tonight at 6 p.m.
And Craig Meyer karaoke.
Mm-hmm. He's doing stuff over at the Oasis.
At the Oasis Tavern, yep.
And he announced something else recently. I can't remember what it was, but he's doing
Folk Fest. I looked it up. I might be traveling with a friend who's going to be dancing.
Oh, cool.
And so we connected last night, and I used to attend that.
Yeah.
If those of you who are listening, maybe you've gone to Folk Fest in Spokane. I think it's like their 30th, 50th, amazingly long history.
Yeah.
Free, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then all the different rooms have all these different ethnic workshops, vendors, and it's just such a diverse energy for multicultural. So it's not just the folk. I mean, folk is definitely focused as far as music, but they have a variety of, marimba and drummers and all kinds of different things, and wonderful vendors they have an area for supporting women and children that, like in, different parts of the world, Guatemala or whatever, with their textiles and fabrics. But it's just a really positive experience. There it is.
That sounds incredible.
And then the Stompers are going to be performing Saturday around 2-ish.
Oh, cool.
And that was such a great show.
Yeah, that's this Saturday.
It is.
Wow.
And it runs Saturday and Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think like 11 to 8, I do believe. And it just has a really positive, it's a festival, right? But I really, really appreciate diversity.
Oh, absolutely.
In life.
Absolutely.
Art, life, food, fun, friends,
Oh, yeah.
Celebrate those different cultures that we can learn about. And it's free.
That's very cool. I think
at the Spokane Community College. That's where it's held. Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take a day and stay in bed.
Okay. Snuggle up.
Right? All right. So, that just about gets us through tonight. And you mentioned that over the weekend. Tomorrow morning at the casino at 7 to 8 a.m. is the Chamber of Commerce meeting. Mm-hmm. We had Tiffany from the Chamber of Commerce on the morning show yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that is 7 to 8 a.m. At the Missisquoi Casino. They welcome the public. Excellent. They welcome all kinds of folks to go and see what the Chamber's up to.
And that's around 7-ish?
Yeah, 7 a.m., 7 to 8.
And then are they doing you had mentioned, they're going to try to do a noon gathering sometime?
Yeah, yeah, that first one is on the 12th. We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Good. I was just remembering, that's kind of, I like that idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because some people can't get to 7 o'clock. They have kids, get them out to school,
Exactly.
The noon would be
7 a.m. is a very tough.
Here we are.
Right? It's a very tough time to get out of bed and get out doing stuff. All right, so then we have adult pickleball at the old middle school gym. That's happening from 8:30 to 11:30. Let's see, and that is free for everyone, and that is Friday, so they're not taking it easy on you. It's the full force.
Full force.
And that this year, unfortunately, is 18 and over because of insurance reasons in the school and everything. Mm-hmm. So you have to be 18 and over to join.
Right, and they're more advanced, right?
Yeah,
more advanced. Mm-hmm.
So then we have bingo happening at the Chihuahua Senior Center tomorrow from 1 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that's at 302 East Main Avenue in Chihuahua. And, of course, Sunday from 4 to 8 p.m., we have the all-ages Blues and Brews Jam, where they invite you to bring your axe and join the jam, hosted by the Dinosaurs.
Yeah, and you can dance, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just because I'd have to throw that in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know. That's what I like to
do. So let's take a look and see what we have coming up a little bit in the next week. So we have the Sit and Fit is a new program. They're starting at the Chihuahua Senior Center at 9 a.m. That is happening, from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Chihuahua Senior Center on Monday.
Mondays.
Yeah, so that's a
9 to 10.
Yep. Do you know what Sit and Fit is? Because I'm not 100. I'm assuming it's
just
chair aerobics.
It's chair. And they do. You'd be surprised because sometimes with the seniors, they're not as mobile on their feet, and it's just a lot of stretching. And I'm sure they incorporate some, strengthening, right?
Yeah.
And flexibility, all the good things that we want to keep limber and energized.
Yeah. I've seen some things about the chair aerobics that are actually very beneficial. So especially for senior citizens.
Right,
It's
absolutely.
really a
Or
great way
people with, some sort of challenge that, can't get up and move around on their legs and feet. It's just it's effective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. And
Plus, it's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody can giggle. Well, it's always just fun to get together and do something like that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It probably would be a lot of fun.
Music, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So then also happening on Monday at the Chihuahua Library is the Brick Builders Club. This is the monthly Lego club. I do believe they meet at the second Monday of each month for building challenges, creations, and community.
Oh, I'm going to have to write that down because I was just speaking with a friend that has her kids. They're older now, and they have assembled Lego like sculptural, right? And so if they're not sure what to do with those and they're ready to pass them on, that would be a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
To donate the Legos to this brick builder Lego, right?
I would imagine so.
I could ask. I'm going to call and check it out.
Or they could even join in.
Oh, I think I don't know. I'm not mentioning the names, but they're older now. And but the mom was just saying, oh, there's lots of sculptures around and they need to kind of go through these. Do you want to save the sculpture? Do you want to disassemble it and donate or whatever? So that's good to know.
Well, I don't know. I'm 47, and if you want to buy,
still like Legos?
If you want to buy me Lego for Christmas, I'll take it.
Oh well, then now we know where some of the Legos can go.
No, we have a bunch. Unfortunately, I don't use them as much as I should, but we have a bunch. They're
have
in the
you been
storage
to
unit.
I don't know exactly where it is, but I've heard about it, like all over probably the Lego, like a convention where there's like large-scale Lego sculptures and things such as that.
I've seen them, and I've been to Legoland in Florida.
Legoland in Florida.
Yeah,
okay, that's where it is.
Yeah, and that was.
I love it, Legoland. What was that like?
It was incredible. Some of the sculptures made with Lego are
like large scale, right?
Oh, yeah,
also.
20, 30 feet high. There's entire cityscapes built.
You get in there and you can walk around and do different things.
Oh, yeah.
Climb on them if you want. Maybe not. But
yeah, there's some that are entire city models, like downtown models made with Lego.
What part of Florida?
It was in Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, it was the old Busch Gardens. Is now Legoland, but they actually kept a portion of Busch Gardens where they had the old banyan trees, and it's interesting because you go to Legoland and it's very, it's crazy and there's kids and there's laughing and there's rides, and then you walk around the corner and you're in the old Busch Gardens and it's so peaceful and serene, and there's these. I don't know if you've ever seen banyan trees.
Oh yeah, I lived in Florida.
Oh yeah.
I danced in Florida for many years, Miami, Orlando.
Oh yeah.
I lived in Norman Beach for a bit of time.
Oh yeah.
Worked with a lot of cool, incredible. Did some fashion stuff and did a professional dance scene, like theater, like dance theater. Yeah.
Oh,
it was a happening back there. And then spring break, as I was from Ohio, I used to go to spring break. Spring break
Florida,
when I was in high school.
So it seems like
but it's kind of it's shifted. The Daytona area shifted a bit. There was Bike Week I was a part of too, helping. So I did a lot, and I don't know what year. I can't remember. 87, maybe something like that. For just a couple years, I took a little hiatus and went to reconnect with my dad, and just kind of ended up auditioning for this troupe, and I hung out for a bit of time. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't know what it is. I know quite a few people that either live in Ohio or Florida, and they go back and forth. There's this connection between Ohio and Florida that keeps coming up in my life.
Daytona Beach spring break.
Right?
Yeah.
But what is it specifically about people I know that are from or live in Ohio that go back and forth between Florida?
Well, first of all, the ocean is a big draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ohio really doesn't really have a lot of no landscape, no mountains,
not
too many mountains.
Anything.
It's like a flat. I can't believe good thing I escaped. No offense, Ohioans, but some of my family still lives there. But I flew the coop when I was young. But I love our region. When I drove my client to Colville yesterday early morning, which is a challenge for the colors were so gorgeous. Colville Valley.
Yes, this year the colors have just been absolutely phenomenal.
They are beautiful.
Unfortunately, we had that windstorm that came up a couple weeks ago. Our trees in our yard were just about to. They were turning and they were getting those beautiful colors, and that windstorm came up and blew them all off.
Swept them away.
Yeah, but they're still pretty. We do have some trees across the street that are absolutely gorgeous still.
I got inspired to buy a tree that turns purplish. Like, I love the word aubergine. It's like the color of eggplant.
Yeah.
And that fire red. That I know that Japanese maple, but there's also fire bush, I think they call it, with the vivid pop of the reds, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that combination. And then the osier along the creeks, the basket weavers, they use red osier and cottonwood, you know, and different things. But that red, that vibrant, super vibrant.
Oh, yeah. We get these plants that grow by the creek in our yard that are, I don't know what they are, but they grow really thick, and they almost grow like a basket weave themselves. And they have yellow flowers. I don't know what they are.
Would it be young cottonwood? I mean, young, because, you know, when they're young in a bush, that I'm not sure, but I've participated in some basket weaving before and cut it when the springtime is a good time, or the water, you know, goes up into the stalk. And you stick them in buckets, and then they're more pliable, flexible.
Nice. I know the stuff I'm talking about. We just have to cut it. We have to cut it out of the creek, or it blocks up the creek and floods.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it will.
So you get yourself in the creek with your rubber boots and do it like that,
I
or
usually use like a pole saw.
Okay.
But you know.
You do your reach. That's your stretch, Chuck.
I made the mistake once of trying to get in our creek shortly after we moved here, and it's Pay Creek that runs through our yard.
I was running.
And my shoe is still in the mud. I lost my shoe that day. Yes, I immediately sunk.
Sometimes it depends on the currents too.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a teeny weeny little creek, but
still, your shoe went in the mud.
Oh yeah, the texture of it, the texture of the top 2 feet is like chocolate pudding.
Right.
And then you can't get back out of it. The more you struggle, the further down you go. It was an interesting day.
Yeah, I had wet feet yesterday. There's a puddle that forms outside my house, and I got to get some gravel or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I dried my shoe and sock before I went to the show last night, and then got dropped off, and sure enough ran in for something, and then didn't even think about it and ran right through the puddle again. And wet feet. Luckily I was done for the night, so I put them by the fire.
I was walking over to Fire It Up last night, and there was on the corner there of 2nd and Main, someone was getting out of their car, and they stepped in a puddle that was halfway up their ankle.
Oh Lord, I know. Happened to me yesterday twice.
Yeah.
Because it was dark when the show was over, and I got dropped off. I just wait, let me run in some. And then I didn't even think about it. I went the right way into the house. I already just dried my shoes and the sock.
Yeah.
What do I do? Just go right through it again.
It is definitely that time of year.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So Craig reaffirmed the folk festival at the Spokane Community College Student Lair.
Oh, it's great. It's so inspiring.
So let's see. Oh, that's what it was that Craig posted.
Folk Fest?
He said good morning. Well, he said, good morning, Chuck and Gina. Lots of fun happening this evening. I'm hosting the acoustic jam at Fired Up Pizza from 5:30 to 7:30.
Yes, Craig. I heard you announce that on Friday's show, which, by the way, was awesome. I've known Eric Stevens since he was a very young person.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
I
didn't tune into the visual, but just the just listening and the magic and his history, and that's so great. That was very touching.
He was fun, and it is pretty incredible to see. He's loved magic since he was a small child.
Yeah.
And here he is. He's working in it.
He makes
and
money.
And he doesn't do it as a side gig.
Nope.
While he works a regular job, his job is magic.
And I really love the comment he made about his wife.
Yeah.
That because he put magician in his, what do you call it when you're online?
His bio. Yeah.
Yes.
His dating bio.
And she sought him out going, are you serious? Is that true?
Right.
So see, he's like, magic brought us together. I really love that story.
That's magic.
I know.
Right?
She was just saying, wait a second, do you really do magic? So that's how she reached out to him, I guess. That's what the story, that he shared.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that.
And they got married on Halloween for their second time around.
Yes.
And I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a great interview. I mean, you've had many. I didn't catch yesterday's because I knew I was going to go last night.
Right.
So.
No, but yes, with the magic, I think there's a lot of people, I know how you do that trick, or how do you do that? They try to figure out how to do the tricks. I don't care how you do the trick. To me,
mesmerize me.
To me, enjoying it is the magic. I know it's a trick.
Right.
But it's the art of it. It's it's an art form. It's a performance.
It's amazing,
and it's incredible. The sleight of hand, the tricks and the techniques.
Right.
Even if I can see how they do it a little bit, whatever. I think
he was so funny when he said, "Well, it's hard now performing in front of kids because kids are so observant and smart, and they always like hold me to my stuff." It's easier to adults or something. But Siegfried and Roy, right?
Siegfried,
Siegfried. I saw a few shows of theirs. in my lifetime.
With the white tigers?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And they're pretty awesome. I know you guys mentioned the Houdini, the fame. There's several, but really, Eric's just amazing because he learned, like I said, he told me a story. I think it was his grandma had this little green book, and that's where he started. And then he just did such a wonderful job over the years, and then traveled, and now he's working at the magic shop in Seattle, and I think he's going to transition.
No, he's in Vegas now.
Now he's in Vegas.
Yeah.
I knew he's transitioning, but he worked. Yeah, so look at him.
Right? I love it. And doing shows in Vegas, too.
That is so
doing
great.
magic shows.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I love it. He's a good guy. I got to know him a little bit, not too much before he left, but we kind of connected a few times and hung out, and I really enjoyed meeting him.
The Acoustic Jam tonight is going to feature other artists, additionally put together, right, Craig, I do believe.
Yeah, Craig, tell us who's going to be there.
Yeah.
In the comments. We'll just sit here in silence and wait. Craig.
Yeah, I know that's going to be great. The whole night's going to be super fun.
It will be. That is going to be great. And I love that, so that's happening from 5:30 to 7:30, so that will be during the Art Walk. Mm-hmm. So there will be live music over there at Fired Up Pizza during the Art Walk.
Nice to hear the tunes filtering through the town, just like our radio.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be a little bit chilly for them to be opening the doors.
Right, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Just come in.
Absolutely. All right, so let's move on ahead a couple more days. So, again, we talked a little bit about the, where is it here? The Chill with the Chamber meeting. That's happening on Wednesday the 12th, and this is going to be, what is it going to be, the second Wednesday, I believe, of every month? Let me double check that.
Looks like the second Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, so they say join us each month for a casual lunch meetup focused on connection, community, and conversation. Whether you're a business owner, nonprofit leader, or just love Chihuahua, this is a chance to network, learn what's happening, and discover ways to get involved. Lunch is on you, but the good vibes are free.
Chill
with the Chamber.
Chill with the Chamber.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Yeah, and I love that. And so these aren't, just like to clarify, these aren't official chamber meetings. They can't do chamber business. They can't vote.
Right.
But it is a way to find out what's happening with the chamber and get involved with the chamber.
And connect with their community.
Exactly. So looking forward to that. I'll be there.
Speaking of connection, how was Boo Fest? I heard it was epic. Like people came from Spokane.
Oh,
I know I'm jumping back, but that was just last week.
Yeah.
So it was great, huh?
Well, I wasn't able to make it for Boo Fest. I had to bring my kids to Spokane for an event. But
I've heard it was great.
I've heard many. Of course, you hear it every year, but many people say,
growing.
"Oh yeah." There are a lot of people that said, "I've never seen that many people out in Chihuahua."
Yeah, and I just decided to have my little fire and cider and chili, and people could come by and get warm.
Did you get lots of trick or treaters?
I got quite a few actually.
Good.
Even though I'm not in the Boo Fest, like the business area.
Well, yeah, but the trick or treating afterwards, right?
Right, they still do, and it was refreshing to see people and actually on foot, because there was a couple times where I was like, "Come on," I understand parents have to drive their kids because sometimes there's a big span of places that they can visit, but it's just nice to have people outside and breathe in the air and
the weather turned out great.
No rain.
So I got a little bit got hiccups on the air. That's always fun.
No rain.
No,
that was incredible. We were just really blessed with that. And then rain. The earth needs the rain, but that particular night, it was great that we didn't.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And so we went. I did manage to get home in time to go over and see Paula at her haunt over by the Triangle Park.
The trail,
and it was incredible.
pathway.
There were probably 30, 40 kids in line.
Oh, to go through.
There was a wagon that somebody had with hay bales and a fire pit on the wagon.
Awesome.
The fire department was there, like just hanging out, enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And it was.
So there was a great 30 lineup. Huh?
It was packed. Yeah, and it was just constant. With more kids coming in, there was just this constant line. It was fun.
Great. Fun time.
It was like a party out there.
Awesome.
And the kids all up and down, Main Street. It was just packed, shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, good.
So it was real deal. It was awesome. All right. So then, the end of next week, of course, there was something else I wanted to highlight.
I see
here.
the curtain call for an evening of one acts on the 15th. That's jumping a little bit, but that's not too far. It's next week.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. So next weekend is the, like you said, the curtain call.
Also on Friday, Saturday?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Now, normally they would do the matinee on Sunday. They're going to switch things around this time. The matinee is on Saturday.
Okay.
So the Friday evening, it is from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Chula Center for the Arts. Then on Saturday is a matinee from 2 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
in the afternoon. And then Sunday, they're going to go back to 7 to 9 p.m. So it's going to be a later show on Monday, with that matinee on Saturday. So
later show on Monday or Sunday?
A later show on Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, so that late show is going to be on Sunday. Not
so
late show,
Friday,
but normal
Saturday,
show.
Yeah. That's great.
All right. So there was
something else. I think the Comic-Con is happening on the 15th, I believe.
Yes,
is that true?
Yep,
okay.
That's the 15th, and that is at the Missisquoi Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got some more information about that I don't have in front of me right now.
But you'll be there. Radio station will be there.
We will be there. Yeah. Looking forward to that one.
So that's great.
Stevens County's
first
ever Comic-Con.
Mini Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's Mini-Con.
Mini-Con.
I love it. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's see. Oh, that happened yesterday. There was something that I wanted to highlight, but now I can't find it anywhere. So I guess that doesn't really matter if I can't find it, right?
Oh, it all matters, but, some days you can't find things.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So, and this is jumping ahead a little bit. This is closer towards Thanksgiving. Speaking of the food bank and people needing food. So from 5 to 7 p.m., the annual free community meal is happening at the St. Mary of the Rosary Parish. This is a free community turkey dinner, again, at the St. Mary of the Rosary Parish at 5 p.m. That is on Wednesday, November 19th.
Okay.
Which is, I believe is that the day before Thanksgiving? What day is Thanksgiving this year?
I don't think it's that early. I think it's the following week.
Okay.
Like the 27th or something. Like the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I don't have holidays on this calendar.
Right. But you oftentimes follows, I believe, the Thursday of the last week of the month.
Yeah. So do you have any Thanksgiving traditions that you like to do?
I just love people coming together, and I'm pretty organic with that.
Mm-hmm.
When David was alive, and we'd have a huge gathering, but just the good company, food, people coming together, however the dynamics are, whether it's just your small family or you get together with friends and give thanks. I try to be grateful.
Always make sure I always make sure I burn the rolls,
Oh yeah,
What is it about the rolls every year? They always get burnt. Because you got
everything else you're doing, trying to do the gravy, trying to, and then you pop those in, and then you do other things just to make everything happen.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, whoops.
And so I have folks in my family, my immediate family, that like to change things up every year.
Oh, good.
I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to Thanksgiving. I need my turkey. I need my cranberries. I need my stuffing.
Yeah.
I like to have it all in all in one bite. You get the perfect bite.
Just a little bite, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And that combination.
Yeah.
That's another thing that's really yummy. Just fresh cranberries. It's so simple. Real cranberries. Some people, I know, but I just so easy.
Yeah.
And then a little orange rind and maybe some clove.
Yeah.
And a little fresh squeezed orange juice that gives it that crayon orange.
Yeah.
Put some, people can throw in a few walnuts or something. But
I'm a straight out of the can guy.
Well, that's what I'm telling you though. It's honestly, it's not hard. It's very simple.
No, I know.
The flavor is outrageously different. Honestly,
Oh,
it really is. Yeah,
it is definitely,
and it's simple.
That's why I like it out of the can, because that's the flavor that I like. It's what I grew up with.
With the berries, right? The actual berries.
Oh no, I
like the gel.
I like the gel.
The big gel roll. You slice it up. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
We all have our comfort food that we remember.
I know I'm a child.
Good. We love playful people.
I have had some homemade cranberry sauce before, though, that was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it's just not that hard to make.
Some of those, like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing out on my whole life. Like, what? Yeah. I get it.
And then definitely leftovers, you put the cranberry on top of the turkey and the sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
With a little bit of stuffing. Make a little Thanksgiving sandwich, sourdough. Those simple things, but they are so delicious.
And then I like to take that whole sandwich and dip it in gravy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to dip.
Oh, yeah. I love it. So we don't have a guest in here yet.
Well,
that's
it's
okay.
All right.
We'll keep going.
We take her break in a little while, and she'll arrive.
Oh, yeah. All right. So coming up a little bit later too, we've got the city sidewalks. That's happening the first Saturday in December.
Yes.
So keep a note out in your calendar for that. I believe that I don't have the date in front of me here. Let me switch over months. It takes just a second. If it's gonna switch, there we go. So December 6th. That is Saturday the 6th is the City Sidewalks event.
Very fun.
That is a fun event. There's going to be vendors. The Friday market's going to be there. There's Chewville happening at the.
Chewville. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of vendors. I hear it on good authority. The Grinch is going to be there. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to be causing some trouble. But
so our infamous Chris Lee Waters at the Yale Press tonight.
Chris Lee Waters. Okay.
Lee Water. Yeah.
Oh, Chris Lee Walder.
Lee Walder. Sorry.
Lee Walder. Yeah.
Lee Walder.
Yeah,
the painter. Amazing.
Yeah. That's right. I knew
so
that.
I just wanted to, make sure I follow up on that. There it is.
Thank you. So Chris Lee Walder is going to be at the Yale Press tonight.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is.
Painter. Yeah.
He is.
In person.
Oh, yeah. We've had him on the show a couple times before.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a lot of fun.
Incredible.
I like him.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Yeah, that's on the 6th. And then I think that's about it. And then until the holidays. But then after New Year, we're going to go way ahead here, is the Christmas Tree Labyrinth. That's happening between the Christmas and from December 28th, rather, to January 4th.
It's right outside the Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, it's right outside the Performing Arts Center.
The Labyrinth of the Christmas Trees.
And if you didn't go last year, it takes probably 20, 30 minutes to get through it at a leisurely pace.
It's beautiful. I went.
And it was, once you get in that tree labyrinth, it just becomes zen.
Yes,
it's
wonderful.
And it's beautiful, and you're surrounded by the trees.
And whose concept was that?
That was Paula. Yeah.
All right, Paula.
Yeah. This is her labyrinth.
And the smell, we love
the smell of the pine trees.
Oh yeah, and also all the varieties of the trees.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right? So you can donate your Christmas tree if you take it down prior, right? And then there's some really nice artificial tree. Whatever works, because the more trees, the labyrinth.
The better
grows.
the labyrinth. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Isn't that true? They donate them.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys set them up, or whoever sets Paul and the crew.
Yeah, so last year they got trees that people donated left over from Christmas. 2 separate Christmas tree farms had donated what they didn't sell.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, and this is actually, there's going to be a billboard going up soon in Spokane.
That
advertising this, so hopefully we'll have a bunch of people coming up.
It was magical, going through the labyrinth, and at the end, I'm not going to say what it was, but there's a little surprise.
A little treat,
a little treat.
And of course, in collaboration with the Labyrinth, again, this is the third annual Trash Grade Ball is happening at the Chewville Center for the Arts.
Trash Grade Ball.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's about
New
time.
New host this year.
What's that?
New host. You said a couple, right? The host is going to be emceeing that.
Yeah, it's still put on by the Chewville Creative District, but we've got some new organizers of it this year because some of us are going to be out of town.
Right. But I remember you. Who's going to be doing the MC of that?
We don't know who the MC is yet, but a young lady by the name of Eve is going to be organizing the show.
Excellent.
So yeah, along with the Creative District. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a good one. That is the Trash Grade Ball and Trash and Show.
And that happens at
New Year's Eve. It's Chewville Center for the Arts. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. So
boy, can you imagine we're talking about that, but we don't want to let people know what's coming up. But it's like, whoa.
Well, you have to, especially for the Trash Grade, because some of the costumes
takes a while to make.
Oh, they take a long time to make. Yeah.
Yes, total. I mean, it's definitely upscale, repurposed.
Oh yeah, upcycled.
Upcycled.
Yeah. Take a trash. There have been some outfits in the past ones that have just been absolutely jaw dropping. Like
that's awesome.
Gorgeous stuff that you don't even realize what it is till you get up really close and you're like, oh, are those candy wrappers? Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's so creative. That's of course the Creative District is putting it on, but the participants. The creative, and it takes the dedication to get your garment together.
Oh, it really, really does. It really does. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll take our break.
Take a break.
We're going to listen to some news and thank our sponsors.
Okay.
And we'll be right back with the second half of the show. And if our guest isn't here yet, by the time the second half comes around, we will wing it until she gets here.
And
we'll just invite her in. Absolutely. So stick around. We'll be right back with the KCHW Morning Show. Right here on KCHW 102.7, your Northern Lights Public Radio.
Public News Service Daily Newscast, November the 6th, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. A majority of Supreme Court justices Wednesday asked skeptical questions about President Trump's use of emergency powers to impose tariffs on imports from nearly every U.S. trading partner, casting doubt on a centerpiece of the administration's second-term agenda. That for the New York Times. They report the outcome of the case, which could be decided within weeks or months, has immense economic and political implications for U.S. businesses, consumers, and the president's trade policy. Meantime, Indiana's farmland depends heavily on groundwater, and a new federal study shows pesticide contamination remains a concern despite signs of a decline.
The U.S. Geological Survey reviewed pesticide levels in wells nationwide, including some in the Midwest over the past 3 decades. The report finds moderate levels of 5 older pesticides, including atrazine and simazine, but raises questions about chemicals not tested, like glyphosate and dicamba, both widely used across Indiana. Jay Feldman, executive director of Beyond Pesticides in Washington, says the results don't tell the full story.
Essentially, we've seen new chemicals pop on the scene since we originally started testing, and this study did not evaluate those newer chemicals.
The U.S. Geological Survey acknowledges limitations, noting only 22 pesticides were analyzed, and none of them are the newer ones commonly used today. Still, the agency calls the overall decrease in concentrations encouraging for public health. I'm Joe O'Leary, Public News Service. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And Governor Joe Lombardo is reportedly considering calling a special legislative session on whether to expand tax credits to attract more films and TV production to Nevada. But the idea has drawn bipartisan criticism.
No new bill has been published, but last session, Assembly Bill 238 proposed to lure more production jobs to the Silver State by raising the cap on the state tax credit program from $10 million to $95 million. State Senate Minority Leader Robin Titus, a Republican, says if the tax credits are transferable, that's money coming out of the budget that could be used to fund basic services.
They get to sell their transferable tax credits to another business that would be paying taxes to offset that. And so that's money actually out of the general fund that would otherwise go to schools and health care.
Democratic Assemblymember Natha Anderson says she'd need to see the specifics of a new bill before commenting on whether there should be a special session.
I believe that is a governor's decision.
The state of Georgia instituted a program of transferable film and TV credits in 2005, which has grown to $900 million per year. The previous bill would have authorized the tax credits for 15 years. I'm Suzanne Potter.
This is Public News Service. A new report warns Pennsylvania's early childhood education system is in crisis, threatening children, families, and the state's economy.
The 2025 State of Early Care and Education in Pennsylvania finds more than 160,000 eligible children lack access to quality programs. Maggie Leibelsberger with Pennsylvania Partnerships for Children says the report reveals families can't find or afford care, while low pay is driving educators out of the field.
Some of the biggest findings are just how many families are really in search of care. 72% of families with children under the age of 6 have all available caregivers in the workforce. And so they need to be able to access childcare and pre-K programs to be able to go to work.
Leibelsberger says Pennsylvania loses about $6.65 billion each year due to childcare shortages, a loss she says hurts both families and the state's overall economy. Danielle Smith reporting.
And New York academics are part of a nationwide protest of a controversial definition of anti-Semitism.
Some examples of what the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance's definition considers anti-Semitism include speaking against Israel or its government policies. But this has been used to censor speech from groups such as Amnesty International by claiming it's anti-Semitic. Academics are protesting the definition by violating the examples relating to Israel. Dr. Jonah Rubin with Jewish Voice for Peace says this definition ignores the truth.
If you're engaged in Holocaust studies, you will be doing comparative work around genocide, and that is banned under the IHRA. If you are teaching anything about Palestine, Israel, you have to self-censor in order to comply with the IHRA.
He says political advocacy, research, and other teaching around holding Israel accountable for what it's done in Palestine is banned under the IHRA definition. There are concerns about the definitions used by the Trump administration, along with advocates such as Rubin. Kenneth Stern, who wrote the definition, condemns the administration's use of it, saying it does more to censor pro-Palestinian speech than protect Jewish students. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
Finally, as the Postal Service marks its 250th anniversary, Ohio postal workers are urging cities and counties to pass proclamations recognizing its public mission and opposing efforts to privatize mail delivery.
Angela Lish is a retired postal worker and member of the Ohio State Auxiliary of the American Postal Workers Union. She says residents often don't realize what's at stake.
Everybody should care. You know, it goes from the customers to the employees, even out of our country, because right now we are regulated. If it's privatized, they can pretty much do what they want to do.
The Postal Service operates without taxpayer funding, relying instead on postage and product sales. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. Trade wars and the long government shutdown are hitting farmers hard. Tariffs on China crashed the price of soybeans when the largest U.S. export market retaliated by turning to other suppliers. China may reverse that move, but the import taxes are still raising the cost of inputs like fertilizer at a time when commodity prices were already collapsing. Jesse Womack is with the National Sustainable Agriculture Coalition.
We are watching a lot of our leaders in this country totally ignore how difficult producers have it right now, really neglect their duty to make tools and services readily available and easy to use.
Iowa grain and livestock farmer Wendy Johnson usually visits her local USDA office this time of year to verify her land conservation contract and get paid. But the shutdowns closed that office, and Johnson says there are thousands of farmers caught in the same vice.
When you're removing those cost share opportunities while simultaneously putting tariffs into place, they're asking for an explosion.
The fate of two young children remains unknown after they and their father were detained by ICE in rural southwest Colorado. Alana Newman reports.
Fernando Jaramillo Solano was driving his 12 and 14-year-old children to school last month when immigration agents took them all into custody, mistaking the man for someone else. The family's from Colombia, but has stayed here with a pending asylum claim. Overnight, a crowd that included Ellie Miller gathered to protest outside the ICE facility. As she explained her reasons for participating, there were cries of people calling for the family's release.
It's important because due process is being ignored. A bunch of constitutional rights are being ignored.
As ICE agents prepared to move them to detention in Texas, Miller says federal agents used force and chemical agents to subdue the crowd.
I don't want to see any kids taken away from their families and sent to who knows where.
The father's not accused of any crimes. I'm Alana Newman.
From the Austin blind salamander to the toothless blind cat, aquatic species help keep Texas water safe. The 7 at-risk critters have thin, absorbent skin, making them sensitive to environmental changes that alert scientists to potential ecosystem problems. Zelia Rodriguez-Veith with Defenders of Wildlife calls them the Texas treasures.
They're, so to speak, like an environmental barometer or like the canary in the coal mine.
Human population growth has pushed them close to extinction, but Rodriguez-Veith's group still regularly uses them to check the health of water bodies, sending the findings to state environmental officials.
So they have a set standard of where it should be at, what is considered, quote unquote, the normacy of water quality.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
It's 8:15.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuila Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChihuilaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChihuilaFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming brought to you by Ryan Moore, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Deer Park, Washington. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Edward Jones is a firm that helps individuals and business owners achieve their financial goals. More information is available at edwardjones.com or by calling 509-276-2974. Edward Jones, member SIPC, with locations in Deer Park and Chihuila.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chihuila, Colville, Kettle Falls.
It's 8:17.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
And by
Chihuila Flooring.
Chihuila Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuila Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChihuilaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChihuilaFlooring@gmail.com.
Programming brought to you by Ryan Moore, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Deer Park, Washington. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Edward Jones is a firm that helps individuals and business owners achieve their financial goals. More information is available at edwardjones.com or by calling 509-276-2974. Edward Jones, member SIPC, with locations in Deer Park and Chihuila.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. It is still Thursday, November 6th. We are back again in the studio with myself, Gina Greenwood, and our very special guest today, a good friend of mine, Susan Petterson. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm well.
Yeah?
It's gorgeous outside.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you ready for the show tonight?
As ready as I can be, I think.
So you've been doing a lot of shows lately. Do you know how many shows you've done?
Well, I did the Colville Fourth Friday this summer.
Oh, excellent.
And then I've been up at the golf course, but that's been a year or so ago. So mostly I'm just sort of self-contained in my little space.
So you're excited though?
Yeah, I am. This has been a long time coming, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And shows take a lot of energy. Not only does the artwork and the framing and all that, but hanging it the way it's.
Yeah.
It's
and I was always the person behind the scenes helping hang other people's art.
Right.
Back when we first started.
Right.
Pop-up gallery.
Yeah, so you were one of the first with the Creative District. You were one of the
we
the
used
original.
we used to set it up, and
So
other
you-
artists would come in. And at that time, I wasn't really painting.
So you were help visualizing the display hangings, which is it's important.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So do you have before the Creative District? And I haven't really talked with you much about this. Did you have much experience in art or the art world before you came on the Creative District?
No, not at all. I'm married to a creative person.
Yeah,
and that's actually what got us into the Creative District, was more to support him, and I was a community member.
Right.
So I was in education. I think all my creative energy went into entertaining kids. I taught for 16 years, but
What age?
Then I went into administration.
Okay, what age did you teach?
Pre-K, K, and first grade.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Make sure you stay in front of the
Oh,
mic.
sorry.
That's fabulous. We should, we're looking at each other like we're just,
I know it's natural to want to turn
like
your
we're
head.
friends.
Okay.
So I worked with
That's fun.
in early childhood.
That's a
I was an
fun
early
age.
childhood special educator.
Oh, wow.
So I worked with kids that had multiple challenges, and then which was a lot of creative energy, right? It was
Absolutely.
inventing different ways to create meaning for them
Absolutely.
and make
Connection.
learning accessible to them and entertaining them, because when you work with children, you are on 100%. So and the other part of that is learning, so you're always constantly learning new things about the kids that you're teaching. And I think that was the void that I felt after I retired, was I wanted to learn something new. I wanted to keep learning, and that's actually how I got into art. So I started painting in 2023.
And you started painting. You hadn't painted at all before then, or is
Well,
this
I
something
had.
that you did?
I think about 30 years ago, I took a watercolor class at a community college, and I have one piece that I did from that, and that was my art background, But I ended up framing it and putting it on the wall so I could,
Well,
look at
I love your story because like you said, you're after you retired, you decided, hey, I'm going to learn this. I'm going to start painting.
Yeah.
And where you've come in such a short time is absolutely incredible. Did you know you had this inside of you?
Not really, but and I'm still actually learning. It's an adventure for me. I'm actually surprised and amazed at when things turn out, because I technically don't really know what I'm doing. I actually have looked at YouTube videos for specific things to understand some different things. Because I'm using a painting in acrylic and also in pastel, and I've just started some watercolor and ink. And so it's more of a
your spirit knows.
Yeah, it's like I'm just trying.
Your spirit knows.
I'm trying to
you
figure out
know.
how to create an image of something that I have in my head, or I love photography, and I love framing things a certain way, and always have with that.
Yeah.
So I look at my photographs as potential paintings also,
right?
And how things are framed, and learning about how your eye moves across a canvas, and how you use color, combining color at different places in the painting. So that's all self-learning, and I think that's what I enjoy about it. So then when I try it out, that's where I get, oh wow, look at the result of that.
So you get to step back and say, oh my goodness, I just did that.
I think that's what happened with the first few that I did, and I started just in a sketchbook, and just playing around with paint.
So what a rewarding feeling, like creativity, and like I appreciate you saying that there was something missing after you got out of the learning, working with the young children, the special needs, and then you wanted to continue to learn. This is so inspiring.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I hope other people get that too. And then sharing what I do with other people, that was another anxiety provoking.
Oh, I can imagine.
thing. Yeah. It's like you're, so when I would paint and I'd have things in my house, I'd put them on my walls. And if somebody came over, I could get excited and share with them, but every painting was a story, kind of like how it started, how it ended,
Right.
what I learned from it, what the challenges were, and I could tell you all that while you're looking at my paintings.
Yeah.
That was part of the experience for me. And then the first time I hung them for others to look at without my being there, it was like sending your children out into the world.
Oh, I can imagine.
With a hope and a prayer. But it was successful. I mean, I was amazed at the response that I got. Such positive support, and this community is like that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So did you have that moment when you first started, when you kind of stepped back and looked at it and be like, oh my gosh, I can actually do this?
Yeah, and I think my husband was a big part of that too, because he has always been an appreciator of art, and through him I learned to look at classical art, really good art, and appreciate it.
Right.
Where I didn't have.
What medium does he work in?
Steel, rusted steel.
I like rusted steel.
Yeah, he's a sculptor. He's a.
I know. I've known of rusted steel.
But he loves art.
That's so awesome. Yes, that's so great.
So when he said "wow" to something that I did, I kind of went, "Oh, yeah,
honey,
you have an eye." He has an eye for things.
That's fabulous.
So that he's one of my fans, So he's a great supporter.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm a fan too.
Thanks. I appreciate you too.
Yes.
I really, knowing you and kind of.
You've known each other now years.
Yeah. It's kind of seeing from a distance this growth and this beautiful stuff come from it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy
Well,
for
we
you.
used to, back in those first days with the Creative District, we used to have gatherings where artists in the community would come together and just sit around and talk and share. Mm-hmm. And that's how I first learned and met people and listened to their stories. And I think one of the things I understood from that was everyone's sort of on this journey of appreciating what they do, like the discovery process. And, oh my gosh, look at this. And getting excited about something that they've done. And also seeking the support of other artists. Like, everyone seemed to be appreciative of that camaraderie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I thought at that point I went, well, they sit down and do it. This is a part of what they do.
Right.
And I hadn't done that, so I just took my office, which I had as an educator with all my educator-ease library and everything, and transformed it, got rid of all of it.
Just chucked it all out.
And turned it into a little art
awesome.
studio,
That's awesome.
art room, yeah.
So I know you sort of felt the void after that, but did you get, you had to have gotten inspired, especially working with challenge, youth and disabled kids.
Oh, yeah.
That had to have been inspiring.
And
to
I
do
used
this.
to draw for them, you know what I mean? Like, we would create stories together in a shared writing activity where I would draw as we're talking about this character that we were creating. And, and they used to say, "Oh, Mrs. Petterson, you draw so good," And that was kind of the extent of it. But art and readiness activities for art. Like, we always had open-ended cut and color tables, places that kids could create things.
Right.
I wasn't here's what you're going to make, kids, and showing them.
I totally resonate.
Yeah, I gave them raw materials, and then they would create things. So now I felt that was really, really part of their development and empowering them.
Absolutely. I got chills.
Well,
as little people.
I always felt
awesome.
Special needs educators are so vital and so important in our education system. And especially with any child, of course, but it seems like especially with the special needs community, the art and creativity allows them to tap into stuff that the standard, you go through your period 1 through 6, they don't quite grasp.
Yeah. And, hopefully you intervene, young enough you can really upset the predictions for kids.
Exactly.
And that was always my goal. It was how to make things accessible to them, creating a world, an environment that they could own, and that was as close to developmentally appropriate as any other early childhood environment.
Oh, absolutely.
And it worked. They, they were great did that for 16 years, and and worked. It was really.
Where did you do
powerful.
that?
I was up in Ferndale, Washington.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not about doing an alternative activity that they get. Sometimes it actually will connect the dots and actually allow them to be able to transition into learning new things that they wouldn't otherwise be able to learn.
Yeah. Hopefully that's what. Yeah, they don't know they can't. Right. Because they've been in an environment. Because I usually would have, especially when I was just doing the pre-K, I would have them. For a couple of years as 3 and 4 year olds, and then I actually ended up transitioning into general ed kindergarten. So then I would loop my kids, and I would have an inclusionary kindergarten classroom.
Nice.
And because I was a special educator, I could adapt and modify whatever the curriculum was. It was really powerful for those kids. So I had a lot of them for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they become your kids at that point.
They were definitely my kids.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have a special needs daughter of my own, and art has been the thing in her life that's been the constant. And some of her art that she produces now, she's 18 now, and some of it is world class. She went to a convention a couple of years ago and got recognized by professionals in the industry. And
that's excellent.
She went up to one gentleman for his autograph, and he recognized her from her
Oh my
YouTube channel and
gosh.
said, "I want your autograph."
I want yours.
Wow.
Oh,
And
that's terrific.
She ran up to him, expecting him to be like, okay, give her a little autograph. And he recognized. He knew her screen. She goes by a different name on their YouTube channel. Recognized her and ran up to her and said, "Oh my gosh, it's you!
Wow.
Can I get your autograph?"
Wow.
And she was absolutely blown away
Wow.
by that. And
That
really
is
just
so
inspirational.
cool.
That
I
is
love
fantastic.
that.
And art allows people to sort of come out of their shells, especially when we're talking about special needs kids with autism. It allows them to be somebody else momentarily and sort of connect with something.
They're given permission.
They are.
You give them raw materials, and there is no right way to do it. And so they can interpret things their own way. It can be messy.
Oh yeah.
And and just really beautiful and insightful into what's going on inside of them. So
Absolutely.
Pretty cool.
So have you seen in your artwork, any of those same things with you? Does it allow you to sort of step outside yourself or be somebody that you didn't think you could be?
Yeah, I think definitely. And if you see kind of the array of things that I've done, I haven't really settled on a style like this is me. Because I'm learning, because I still see myself as a learner, and I'm challenged to do certain things. So I want to do something abstract and start that way, but then I have to I'm an educator. I was pretty much logical, sequential in my thinking. I wasn't really, I guess I had this creative piece with kids, but I did it through a learned process, because I understood how they learn, then I would teach that way. But so to me, when I'm in art, I'm trying to use my I'm trying to be more loose and flowing, but I'll often still end up with an image that is recognizable, because I'm drawn to that.
Right.
So you'll see some of them are more realism, because I'm challenging myself with the detail of something, and then I feel like I get kind of bogged down with that. I enjoy that process, but I'm mentally in a different place. So then I will go to something way looser. And I know you can't see all the images here, but there's one little floral piece. Yeah.
These two, I really
Yeah, that's
it is.
Yeah, it's an 8 by 8, and I painted it entirely with a credit card.
Well, look at
so
the
there's
textures.
there's no brush.
Right, and the
work in
textures and
there.
the color and movement.
And I love that. So I feel different. So that's more like when I'm with the kids. Right.
Let me get this over here real quick. For those of you watching online, you'll see me. You'll see a little bit of my screen here as I get this set
Especially when you
up.
pull it up, we can feel the texture, the movement.
Yeah, you can really, and this is a great photograph, actually. By the way, this is you can really kind of see the textures in that photograph.
The movement,
for sure.
So it's loose and colorful, and I think that probably is the feeling that I get with kids. It's childlike.
Right. That's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
I like this because it's recognizable as flowers, but it's also abstract at the same time.
Yeah, it's like impressionistic. Like you know what it is, but it isn't perfect. That. Yeah.
Is there the one next? Was there one the next with the sky in the foreground of the flowers? I don't know. If
and that one.
See if you can pull that.
It's prickly sunrise. I call it.
I love because the flowers prickly.
Yeah,
I don't know. What is that?
Well, it's like a thistle.
Thistle.
Or
thistle.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one. I really love this one too.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So I did that on a birch board, which was
love
fun.
That.
And so that's
what
kind
size is this one?
That one is
a roundabout.
I'd say it's like a 16 by 30 kind of.
And that'll be at the
board.
show.
Yeah, that'll be at the show.
And do you make prints of your work?
I
is
don't.
It mostly original.
I've made one.
I really
I've made one print of one painting that I've made because that's not what I'm.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's a different process for me. So they're all originals, and this is this is like one of those transitions. It's not precise like the painting with the butt-cap chickadee in it, but it had that same feel of flow, right?
Yeah, it's great.
And that what that feels like as a painter is different because it's more open and the movement is open, and it brings me more joy. So I compare it as in my journey as an educator, because I was for 30 years I was an educator.
Yeah.
16 of those I was in the classroom as a teacher, and those were my most joy-filled years.
Oh, I can imagine.
But I was encouraged as a teacher leader to go get my administrator's certificate. And I also started my teaching career late. I was in my 40s, and so I did, and then I moved into administration, and so that's how I moved to Central Washington, and I was a K-4 principal for many years. And then I ended my career in central office doing state and federal programs for the school district, running those budgets and doing all that. So that's how I look at my
You've
art.
had a diverse energy of education.
So I have that
Susan.
super,
wow.
and the joyful years, and so the painting that brings me joy, and then the stuff that challenges me. But I'm also proud of my work and my accomplishments that I did in supporting teachers. I really am. But it didn't bring me the same level of creativity and joy. Yeah.
But your work in an office actually helped bring others joy. So I can imagine someone.
Yeah, I don't know if it did or not, but I think we accomplished a lot for kids. I was definitely a kid advocate. Yeah.
I hope so. And I love this one with the thistles. Thistles
I really
are
love
one of my
that
favorite flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, even when we got married, our boutonnieres were thistles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I mean,
they really are beautiful.
You got to control them, or they take over.
Oh, yeah.
But
and I don't know if this is intentional. In this painting here, I'm kind of describing it for the listeners that aren't watching it online. The sunset is sort of in that upper left, and then if you look between the leaves down on the lower right, it's almost like that sort of mirror image of each other. Was that intentional?
Yeah. Yes. So again, and I see it more as a sunrise than a sunset, but it could be either, I guess. And it's how your eye moves. So when you're applying color, you don't want all your energy to go up to that left-hand corner, right? What's going to bring you back down into the plant. So you bring that color a little bit down into that right-hand corner.
Works very well.
And then your eye kind of does this
floats,
loop,
it moves,
right?
Yeah.
Those are the like technical pieces that I'm assuming people who train and go to school have a great understanding of all that.
And it's almost like the thistles are dancing with the sunrise.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's sweet.
It's a lovely piece. It's a lovely piece.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is when you mentioned this one briefly. This chickadee.
Yeah, and so and this was so a few things with this one because I had to use photographs that I had taken to get the detail that I wanted, but I couldn't get a bird shot like that.
Yeah.
So I had to find the one that I could look at so I could see the detail on the chickadee better. And but the plant work came from things that I have. So yeah, so that's a different process for me, but it's a challenge. Like, can I do something that's realistic?
You know what really gets this one?
That's a beautiful job
that you've really managed to capture is that eye. We've all had a bird sitting in a tree, with his head cocked sideways, just staring at us.
Oh yeah,
Curious, what is the guy doing?
Yeah, and I did. So I did 3 different ones because that's the other thing you do in retirement is you start bird watching, and all your neighbor birds. So we have the chickadee and we have the nuthatch. So I also did a red-breasted nuthatch, and I did a Steller's jay, all in that kind of series. And this is a 10 inches by 10 inches acrylic on.
This is beautiful, the shadowing, and then the energy, like you said, your eye from this color energy off the branch there, and then it floats here, and then it's beautiful to capture leaves like that with the energy of that shadowing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yes. And that's what one of the things that I love when I'm looking for images or considering what I want to do is I like the depth. I like to paint things that have a blurred background or in something clear in the foreground. Sorry,
that's okay. Sorry.
And
losing
me because I'm looking
beautifully. This because that's the foreground
and the framing.
And the framing.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that you appreciate the importance of framing.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so this one's adorable.
Around
a tree.
Yeah, I just did that one. So I was in the fall mood and the kind of the Halloween mood, and I saw this black cat.
With those eyes.
And that's what inspired it. I didn't catch the black cat exactly in this environment, but I had the fall and the birch.
Mm-hmm.
And
did the cat you saw actually have the bright blue eyes like that?
Well, it was. They were probably more green, but to me this was more interesting.
Yes,
I love it.
With the black.
With the black.
Yeah. Now that's about what is that? 12 by 18.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
On water, and that's acrylic on watercolor.
I'm gonna. So this one here is stunning. Who is this in this painting? This is a young lady.
Yeah,
behind a tree.
It can be anybody. But yeah, she. This was. Again, it's pastel. This one is done in pastel, and I had just taken a little portrait, online little portrait series for a week, and decided I didn't ever want to do a portrait again because they're really challenging, and so I told Wayne, my husband, I don't ever want to do a portrait again. And then I went and did this one, and I was captivated. I saw a photograph of a girl really similar to this. So some of her features are from that photograph, but I placed her in a somewhere different and put the cap on her to reflect being outdoors, and then used the boughs of the fir tree to kind of cover that front part.
Well, humans are hard. I mean, even with animals, there's a certain amount that the eye naturally will sort of overlook and forgive.
Yeah.
But humans, we know very intimately what a human's supposed to look like, and I've heard from a lot of artists that the humans are some of the hardest.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Well, they're the hardest thing because you're going to notice everything that's wrong immediately, and you did a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, I did a portrait of my granddaughter for her 13th birthday in pastel, and it just doesn't look. It just doesn't really
hard
capture
to capture
her.
So this energy here, tell us about that.
It's just the color. It's color. I think it probably started as an error of some sort.
I love it.
And then the color. So you can see the blue up in the left-hand corner too.
Because your eye can travel through your work.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And the same with the gold, that kind of reddish gold color that's down in her hair, and then it's
down
up above.
Yes.
And a lot of times I'll make marks, and other artists probably are familiar with this. You kind of make marks, and then you stand back and you look at it, and and then you have to figure out, when is it done? When is there enough? So I look at this and I'm pretty flabbergasted, because I technically didn't know a lot of what I was doing yet with pastel. But when I look at it, I see all of the lines that are in that fir bough are kind of in that background too. And I don't remember thoughtfully doing that, So this one, so I started in February of 2023, and I think I did this one in 2023 as one of my first in my past, as I was doing pastels. Yeah.
What else? Again, the eyes. The eyes are captivating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really gorgeous.
Reflective, like energy,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
And connecting with nature is always insightful.
I also hear, hands. You see a lot of even really well seasoned painters will paint and not do the hands because they're just impossible.
Yeah, I've got a couple where I have somebody in a field of flowers, and I definitely have their hand buried in a bunch of flowers.
Or in their pocket.
Yeah,
that's even
they are hard. There are this little class I took on portraits, laid out kind of the proportions of where the eyes fall and the nose and the lips and the forehead and the hair, but it's still pretty challenging, and I think you'd have to do it a lot to get fluid at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, back to the hands though. Even AI, that's how you can tell it's AI. Just look at the hands, because not even AI, not even computers can get hands right.
Well, that's good to know, because otherwise it's getting pretty darn hard.
Yeah, always look at the hands, and if the hands are always a telltale sign.
Yeah,
because they can't get the hands right. But yeah, you definitely again, I love what you do with the eyes, and now we're back to that. So yeah, phenomenal work, and again, I'm so proud of you, and I've just loved knowing you and seeing.
I appreciate that, Chuck.
Your progression and going from like, oh my gosh, Susan can paint, and
then she takes off.
Susan can paint.
Yeah. I used to come to those meetings with pictures from my little sketchbook. Right, look what I did.
And how many years ago was that?
2023.
Okay, so
is when I started, and I did a lot that first year, because I was unafraid. That's the other thing, not knowing anything and not having any expectations is super freeing. And and for who was I doing this? Just doing
your
it
inner
for
self,
me.
right? Your inner spirit.
Yeah, and actually, I've reached kind of a place where I need to go back to that, because now I'm feeling a little. Not pressure isn't the right thing, but I am so in awe of other artists that I just don't see myself that way,
Right.
And I don't want to not paint because I'm, comparing myself or thinking about that. But I'm pretty competitive within myself, I live on a golf course and I don't golf because I don't golf well enough to please me.
Isn't golfing just about being out on the course?
Well, I can live there and appreciate that, but I don't want to spend a whole day being out there not doing.
So you must have a little competitive edge there.
I do, and so it's kind of the same thing. Well, I said I started painting really just for the joy of learning how to move paint across paper and looking at color different, and the same with pastel.
Yeah.
And it has shaped how I look at the world differently too. So I love the whole process of it, but I don't want to get caught up in producing, making art and then saying, "Oh, could I sell this, or is this something somebody else would want?" I don't. I just don't. I don't want to be in that headspace. That's not what it's about. It's not how I started doing it. So I am beyond joy that people have my paintings now, and that they enjoy it. So that's just a cool feeling. But I have to just be careful that it doesn't dampen my spirit, I guess.
Like you said, the comparison thing, you can let that go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let that flow and go. Go flow.
Yeah.
Have you read the book? I'm trying to remember the author, The Artist Way.
Oh, absolutely. Cameron, Julia Cameron. Yes.
Beautiful. If you,
yes.
Okay.
I
assumed
read it,
that
but I think it's on our bookshelf.
Yes.
Well, pull it out.
Yeah.
It's
and
very,
she has another one now,
powerful.
living the Artist's Way.
Okay. Did you enjoy?
Yeah. So back when I was teaching, when I was in administration, I used to read. I read her book. I used to journal every morning. I guess that's another thing. I did write. I was a writer. I started out I was a semester shy of being a journalism major.
Okay.
So I used to write. And then, when I was working, I used to get up early every morning and journal. Like, that's one of her things. And I would journal 3 full pages. And the idea behind that is it's not a journal like to capture your thoughts and memories. It's really just to splurge.
Yeah.
All of this.
Yeah. Let it go.
All this stuff that's inside of you.
Purge it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can be creative.
You can free yourself.
You can free yourself.
Yes.
And then you would make an artist date once a week. So you would dedicate some amount of time each week to do something creative or artistic, or go to an art museum, or go to the park, listen to music, something. So she's got, I think, 3.
Tell me her name again. I've read
Julia Cameron.
Yeah, I've used the book for a while and I have it still in my world.
Our modern day version of purging that kind of stuff is writing a big long social media post and then deleting it before you hit.
I know, social media. Oh my gosh.
What was her other one?
I think it's called Living.
Living in your art.
I think she did that in 2024, I think, or within the last few years. And I think she just goes into more detail. And she has a workbook too, so you can go through her workbook.
Well, if those of you who are listening have not experienced it, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It helped me.
Well,
it's good for
it's very good for the soul.
It's good for you. Yeah.
I do think, and I'm only halfway joking about the social media stuff. Early on, I would make these big long posts, and then sometimes you post them and you always regret it.
Oh,
you always regret it, even if it's not a negative thing. Even if it's just like, oh man, I typed.
I know.
And then you delete.
And then I got into deleting them, before I posted them, and I actually sometimes will purposely spend a lot of time writing a big long post, knowing from the very beginning I'm not going to send this. I'm not going to post it. I'm just going to delete it.
So it's a similar vibration of the journaling and letting
it just helps
that go.
Get it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to do that with letter writing, because of course I grew up in the decades, so that's how we communicated. So we wrote letters. But I just...
And then not send them.
Yeah, and then not send them.
Or burn them, or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now, I recently finally dumped all of that. I looked back at stuff that I had written when I was younger. I thought, oh, you're so dramatic.
Right? Whatever.
I said, I don't want my kids to have to
burn
go through all this stuff. So, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
That's pretty hilarious. I love
that. That's true.
Yeah.
True.
So for someone, people that are, older in life, that have lived their life, that have, there's a lot of people that maybe they have this inside of them, but they're afraid to explore it. What would you say to those people?
Oh, just do it, right? Yeah. And I don't even think you. I think as you grow. Anytime, at any point in your life, the idea is to be curious, right?
Right.
Just be curious, and what does it feel like to create something like that? Whether or not you want to see a finished product that looks like something or mimics somebody else, or you have an idea in your head, if your focus just becomes on process rather than product, and say, what does it feel like? And I think that's where I kept going,
right.
And appreciating color. So if you look at a lot of my sketchbook from those first days, it's just using different utensils or different brushes or scraping with scrapers or household tools or sponges.
Toothbrushes are great.
Yeah, anything.
I like doing that
push
too.
paint around on the paper,
I love
and then
that.
color. Then choosing colors and all of it, and then you start to see what you like or what resonates with you or doesn't. And it's not scary because you're not creating something that you don't want to hang on your wall.
And just be like exploratory.
Yeah, it's exploring.
Yeah.
And a sketchbook is the perfect time to do that. Just by, in fact, mine was a little writing book, 5 inches by 7 inches. And there's a lot of YouTube tutorials if you want to go that route, or different artists that share how they create something that you can watch and kind of learn some techniques. And there's classes. There's places you can go if you want to learn more. But I think you just have to begin, and not be afraid to do it, and get into the messiness of it. It's fun.
So don't worry about how the end product is going to look.
No,
just get into the process
and start in your kitchen table. Throw some newspaper down
and go for it.
Yeah, and just buy a few paints. And if you want to do it in watercolor, you can do that. Or but unless you just.
And it really matters to have good watercolor paper. I just want to comment. It matters.
Yeah.
The paper of watercolor matters.
And there are
the quality of
sogginess.
And there are these little books, these little hardcover sketchbooks that are watercolor paper.
Yeah, but you have a little knife and peel on top.
Yeah,
off.
if you want to take them out. But I think that's a good way. And I started because somebody else told me how they started.
Right.
And
you're telling others who are listening, just start.
Yeah.
Do something, new and without any end results in your mind. Like let your inner spirit speak, and don't think about too much. Let's not
allow yourself to be childlike again.
Have some joy.
Absolutely.
Freedom.
Well, we are about out of time today. Also, really quick, Deborah Barbie says, talking about the thistles, she says they're Scotland's national flower.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
So good morning, Deb.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
How you doing? All right, so that does it for our show today. We'd like to let everyone know that you can stay tuned tonight right here on KCHW, again from 6 to 8 p.m. with Pretty Static with Leah B. She actually has a very special guest on today, Zoe, who's going to be joining her on the show. And then from 8 to 9 p.m. we have Kelton a Twist. 9 to 11 is Acoustic Cafe. And you can tune in tomorrow morning right here on the KCHW Morning Show with myself, Craig McQueen, Paula Randall, and our very special guest, a phenomenal singer, Mr. Max Daniels, is going to be joining us on the show tomorrow.
Wow. That's incredible.
Right? Wonderful.
Yes.
Soul funk.
Totally.
Just an incredible performer.
Yeah, great performer.
We had him up at Fall Fest last year.
Surely, I was there.
And just
dancing it up.
He blew everybody away.
Wow.
Of course, as he does at all of his shows.
So he'll be a guest tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to be joining us on the morning show. Very excited to have him.
So he is he doing a show local? Just wanted to come to Chewelah and do the show.
He just wants to come hang out with us.
Well,
I
that's
think.
awesome.
So, very excited to have him on.
No, he's great.
Hopefully, we'll get him back up again to play
that was
Chewelah
great.
soon.
I really enjoy myself with his music. Yeah.
You when Max Daniels is performing, you cannot. I don't care who you are. You cannot hold your body still.
Jada, my friend Jada, and he did some shows to get the Red Room. No longer the Red Room in Spokane, but I've seen him and heard him over the years, and I love funk and soul, and I just love funk.
And
I love all music, but to dance, baby.
He's just a funky dude.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
I know, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So
it was fun to get to talk with
Gina,
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
what a history.
Thank you so much for coming on today, Susan.
Appreciate
thank you, Gina,
it.
of course, for always being here.
Yeah.
That's been our KCHW Morning Show right here on KCHW. You got any words of wisdom before we go?
Just do it.
Just do it. All right. Thank you so much. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.